points of relegation candidates, Magesi. So that game may have bearing on this one as well, particularly if you look at how congested the bottom four is. We are off for the first time in 2025. City, hello. Hopefully it's not goodbye. It'll be a very long relationship as we continue what we started. The Rockets from right to left of your screen. The Travelers, Dikwena Tsameti, from left to right. Live from Bombela Stadium. A bit of a small amount of fans that have come out to take in the first footy of the new year. Interestingly, for Galaxy, when meeting newly promoted sides, and for the first time they're unbeaten in 3. They defeated Cape Town Spurs 1-0 and Polokwane City 3-0 last season. In the 2022-23 campaign, they drew 0-0 with Richards Bay, an early candidate for the stretcher, but not to be. Kulumanin Tamani looks as if he'll just toss that off and get himself back up. They do tend to go for youthful exuberance in the backline with Siema, who's 20 years old, replacing a man who's 21, replacing a man who's 20 years old in Kabini. He's out due to suspension, by the way. Well, on either side of the flanks, plenty of experience. Max Munyai starts his 130th PSL game. There is first touch for the ever reliable Max Munyai. Twisting and turning, it's Sibilibili. But his endeavors, see the ball just go out for an early goal kick. Be a lot of eyes will be on Magesi and what they can do against that man's team. Unstoppable. Adnan Pogonovic, in the 5 league games since taking over as head coach, he's remained unbeaten with TX Galaxy with 3 wins and 2 draws. The Rockets, though, however, yet to earn back-to-back wins. And Pogonovic, they have not recorded successive victories since winning 3 in a row in April of 2024. Really eager to see how Mbunjana and Kiba are going to stack up alongside Masechela and Kakora, because they were absolutely imperious. They were so efficient against Royal AM as the Rockets jetted out of Peter Marisburg with all 3 points, courtesy of goals from Victor Letswalo, Zenana Zajmovic. Who else if not those two? There's Max Munya with the disguised pass to Billy. Breaks the first tackle. Zenan Zajmovic is ignored. And Kiba almost put the icing on that move. There are plenty of options for Kamukhelo Sibili. They're finding plenty of joy and change out of Magesi's right-hand side. Look at that. One player even off the pitch. Blue shirts all around. Avis possesses goals, but none could get close enough to stop the shot for Kiba. And there were still options to his left as that warning signs of things to come. Like a moth to flame, the ball concentrated on the right wing. Maybe that's the right way in for the Rockets. Ironically, Owendegama, his first game back in the land of milk and honey, up against his former employers. One of several employers that asked him at the start of the encounter, pre-match coaching interviews, if it's a bit of a bittersweet moment or he's quite eager to get stuck in. He said, look, there's no nerves. It's more good energy to just get into my 9 to 5 and remind myself what it's like to be at the elite level. Incidentally, he was replaced by Said Romovic during his time at TX Galaxy, alongside Papi Zotwane, who oversaw the match against Orlando Pirates. And said post-match that he was happy with his side's performance, despite the result not going their way. Koso Ndogama recently unveiled at the start of the week during a press conference was at the helm of Limpopo ABC Motsepe League side Vondwe 11 Bullets. Returning to the club coaching scene for the first time since the end of the 2020-21 campaign. In short, is Pio Mathangu scored the goal from the penalty spot. Mpom Velase got that win against Royal AM. Pretty much almost goes for the same starting 11, just tweaks it here and there, does Adnan Beganovic. And look, he's got a tune out of them, similar to what Tim Sugazi gets when he's beating the drum, leading the side out. He did so today, by the way, if you missed it. And even grabbed the mic at some point as well, started singing. I don't think his better half was better pleased with his singing efforts at the start of the game, but nonetheless, they did in the right notes as a collective team and singing from the same hymn sheet, led by Tim Sukazi and Adnan Beganovic. Pressure by Kamukhelo Sebilebile. Not too much of an early press from the Travelers. Of course, Galaxy coming into this game, having ended 3-1 away win over Royal AM in the last game on the 29th of December. Boss, here's Letsuenyo. So low cross, retrieved. Kiba again needs to go get his scoring and shooting boots. Vuyomere starts yet another season at the top flight. Yes, not as a pro player, as part of the technical staff, man who played 342 games in the PSL, only scoring 8 and assisting 26 times. Most amount of caps in Yamas during his time at Cape Umoya, playing 224 games. Well, for Galaxy, he only managed 9 before hanging up his boots. 89 for Sundowns and 51 for Swallows, if you're wondering. He also amassed 9 caps for national team. He was also part of under 20 setup. CAF Champions League action as well on today. Young Africans taking on TP Mazembe. That game 38 minutes in. It's 1-1, by the way, in that encounter. Goals for the Tanzanians by Mzize and Fati for Mazembe, team out of DR Congo. Orlando Pirates take on Stade Abidjan side from Ivory Coast at 6. Rabat take on Minema. Moroccans up against the Congolese at 9. Same time out in Morocco taking on Raja Casablanca. Movement from Wonder Boy Makubu. Ball cut out. Gives a chance for Mathangu. They split up, dropping in a crucial area of the offensive setup. And I think may have been coming back from an offside position. That's Kanyana. Let's win. You would want to have a far better, a much more healthier 2025. And has only played 3 games prior to today. It's 270 minutes in all competitions for the left back. It was Papi Zotwana just giving Coach Owen Degama food for thought and a quick update on who does what and how. I'm sure he would have known and would have watched plenty of tape of Magesi's previous games. One on play 10 have won 1. It's a paltry return for Dikwena. Only 6 points from their previous 10 games, conceding 12 goals and scoring 4. The -8 goal difference. If you look at the bottom 3, Royal AM 8 points. Richards Bay, 8 points. Magesi, 6 points. You look further higher, 13th to 10th. Only 4 points separate them from the bottom three. It's extremely tight. Approaching the opening quarter of an hour. Still yet to get real clear-cut chances at goal, apart from Tato Kiba having a couple of shines from outside the box, but his rate has been off. Here's Zenan Zashmovic. What a find he's been for Beganovic. If you're wondering which Vic is which, it's Zashmovic and Beganovic. Zashmovic's influence on the side has been quite clear for all to see. Man born out of Antwerpen in Belgium, but holds a passport for Bosnia-Herzegovina as well. 30 years of age for Bosnia. Chasing his 5th goal in 9 league appearances. He's right up there with the league's top goal scorers. And Sueño returned versus Royal AM after missing 2 months due to injury. Played all the 90 minutes on his return. Dimarcacho Gomape. I'm sure you can pick up the pitches. I think the freshest state you'll ever seen it in. Oh, beautiful touch from Makubo, referee. Makubo watches on. Makubo, watching Makubu. Hope you got that one. We move. It's Caden Rademeier, 25-year-old left back. A lot of pressure on the big striker. Won't get a chance at all. Look at Beganovic, not happy about his sides defending there. If you look at Galaxy in the home games, be contesting, but this is their 4th home match of the season. The record reads as follows: have won once, drawn once, and lost once. That's a Smarties box if you've ever heard one. A mixed bag of results. Last season, they earned 33 points at home, their best ever tally, with a record that saw them get 10 wins, 3 draws, and only lost twice. Injury concern for his opposite number. Oh, high foot from Sibiliwili. Flush contact on the right ankle of his opponent. And the subject of tackling is an interesting stat for you for Magesi. They seem to lack a bit of physicality. They've won the fewest tackles this season, 82 of any of the teams in the Betway Premiership. Oh, Stimelo corner. I wonder if that's makeup from last year he's using. Clearly bought it in bulk. John Mukone is a man that is back up on his feet. And starts 9 appearances for the left winger. Won't want to lose him. He's also been an ever-present figure, or was anyway, for Clinton Larson. Galaxy fans have been happy, man. They have been jubilant. I mean, gleeful. Why not? Adnan Beganovic. And Sabafantowe Watlang. Oh, an issue here. I think it's for Makubu. Looks in serious pain. There's the 27-year-old. Oh, claims of an elbow. In fact, it's not Makubu. Murphy Baloi. Watching on with concern. Papizotwane given the easiest of tasks. Almost a grenade, if you ask me. Head coach leaves. You have to step into a side that can buy a win. And then you play one of the most informed sides in the division in Orlando Pirates after dismantling Marumo Gallants 8-1. But you know what? They didn't do too badly. Of course, they coming to the start of the back of that 1-0 loss at the old Peter Makawa Stadium. The defeat, by the way, extended their winless run to 7 in the league. Have lost their last 4 in a row. Yes, sir. Quarter of an hour, still 0-0 in Mobile Stadium. Warming up to the task in 2025. Yes, Lithuania. Zajmovic makes a nuisance of himself. Got a big presence in the box. Sibilibili doesn't make clean contact. Ping pong sees the ball go out for a corner. And a happy punch. Galaxy. See the likes of Voyo Miri. Greg Itafia, the goalkeeper coach. And assistant coach Nermin Basic. There's another bitch. You got Boganovic, Zajmovic, and Basic. Yeah. Galaxy love a bitch. Yes, Chipazes flapping, but nowhere close to the ball. Joseph Makubo. Though blows in his favor. That was Chipazes, man who formerly used to play for Chicken Inn back in his native country of Zimbabwe. Why did you not sleep early? I'm already yawning 17 minutes in. As, some say they've been up for 48 hours, showing off. It's important to sleep, ladies and gentlemen, this year. It's right up there in my things to do list. There's a bit of a slip there from Lithuania on the left-hand side. As the rain that we saw a bit earlier absolutely pelted down for about 5 minutes or so. And just made the playing surface even more trickier. So the assistant to the near side is checking his footwear. Is Munyai going to keep that in? He does extremely well. Touched by Sibilibili. Walking pace is Mlungisi Mbunjana. They're controlling this game at ease, at will. They're not being pressed. Not being hard pressed anyway. Lithuania. Mahlangu has 3 for company. Luckily for him, on the follow-up was the former Chiefs man, Kiba. Despite for the lack of form and results, I think they've acquitted themselves in the opening 18 minutes now. Is it the matter of Galaxy yet to warm up? Is the jet fuel yet to warm up for the Rockets? Or Magesi are just showing tough skin like Dikwena that they are? Plenty of questions. You just never know which Magesi side will pitch up. Is it the one that won the Carling knockout? Or is it the one that finds themselves at the bottom of the Betway Premiership? Looks over his shoulder. Mbunja, you don't want to be doing that, giving too much Mbunja now. And keep up. Time to dictate terms. From left to right, they're looking for a weak link in the defense of Magesi. And mention a defensive unit that's conceded 12. Surprisingly, that's not the worst record in the league, by the way. That belongs to Royal AM, conceded 14 in 11 games. How about Marumo Gallants? 21 in 11. Chipazeza comes out. And that 21 is thanks to Pirates. To the 8 that they put past Marumo Gallants. Also questions. Is Dan Malisela gonna ever come out for them? As he's missed the last couple of games, quote unquote, to see to urgent family matters. Bunjana. Again, too much space. Could park a double-decker bus in the heart of that midfield. Perhaps Owen De Gama's message has been stay in your shape, defend deep, and defend as long as possible. But then you give a chance to the likes of Sibelebele to have a run at you, picks it up again. Catching practice for the Zimbabwean. Was without a club before joining Mpahlela as Chipezazi. It's strange that given the fact he's such a talented shot stopper. How many men of the matches did he get in the Carling knockout? I think barring the Carling Cup, he picked up a man of the match in every game. One attempt, or one on target. 3 attempts overall for the home side. None to report for Dikwena Zamenzi. Taking their time. But you don't want to take too much time. And that's one thing you do not have in life. Too much time. 9 to play before half an hour. Quick score check as well in the first KZN derby. Out of Moses Mapira, it's Amazulu taking on Golden Arrows. It's 0-0 in the 22nd minute, that game. Mahlangu. Hello, Mahlangu. Just to the left, to Kumape. Stick to his task. Amazulu in 11th position coming into that game. Golden Arrows are in 8th, looking for what would be their 5th game, or 5th win in the 11 games. Amazulu chasing a similar record as well. Zalchimovic completed 90 minutes only once in his 8 previous PSL games. That was against Polokwane City. Up on his feet is Coach OD. Chipezazi pointing to his right thigh. Not quite sure why. He hasn't really been doing a lot of work. Maybe just clever game management from the Zimbabwean. 12 games in all comps. 12 goals is conceded with 5 clean sheets. Coach OD calls for a quick SOS meeting. Focusing on that midfield and defense. And that left on the Bullets a pretty impressive record. An 80% win ratio on the season before picking up the phone call from Magesi chairman to rescue what is looking like a perilous situation for them. I think it speaks as well to the difficulty of South Africa's top flight. If you remember last season, Cape Town Spurs as well, who followed Polokwane City as the top 2 sides to get to the big leagues. Well, they found it a big hurdle to climb. Magesi, the winners of the recently concluded Motsepa Foundation Championship, a season which he won it outright. By the way, Milford FC are leading the race in terms of the first division. The JDR Stars second in the log, 26 points after 14 games, with Orbit College 25 points. The league returning back on the 12th of January. University of Pretoria taking on Milford at home, among many other games that will follow. There's Ryder Mayer from distance. We'll want to relinquish them to shots from outside the box. Tsepo Gagora, Anabata Gagora, Hopadi. His 10th game of the campaign. Sits on 3 yellow cards, so needs to be careful in terms of his discipline. Former Pirates youth prodigy Tsepo Kakora. Also is on the books of Mbila Masia. By the way, Proteas fans, it's a field day out in Cape Town. 601 for 8. Aye, the Pakistanis have been made to toil. Ryan Rickleton, 259 of 343 balls. That's a mammoth amount of runs for Rickleton. With Kyle Verrier as well getting a century behind Temba Bavuma. You can always Temba a Temba. 4 minutes to go before half an hour. Mahlangu, a little bit of a step over, still hasn't got the change out of the right hand side of Magesi. Anyway, there's hope, there's a timber. There's keeper Zajmovic, his first touch. It's a good idea, but execution slightly off because Sibidibide had just gone into a pocket of space that would have given him a chance to just have a touch and a free shot at goal. Flicked on Mahlangu. Hasn't got into this game as yet. So is Zajmovic, to be being honest. Usually everything flows through him. And no offsides to record as well for you. That just tells you about the sort of game we've had. No one really making a lot of runs in behind the defenses. A lot of the play has been in front of the respective defenses. Strong ahead of that. From man in picture, Mzwandile Buthelezi. Umalume uze nentwana zakhe. That's what you like to see. Buthelezi administered that tackle early on. Born out of Newcastle. This is a fourth appearance. Former Sivutsa Stars and Natal United FC defenders played only 96 minutes in the Betway Prem. Another player with barely uttered his name is Kaugelo Sokhota. He's been anonymous in this game, the 27-year-old. Yet to play 90 minutes this season. Sokhota playing just behind Wonder Boy Makubu. Still 0-0 out at Moses Mabhida between Amazulu and Golden Arrows. 0-0 here in Bombela Stadium. Cross loaded in by Ntamani. Oh, a chance for Zajmovic and co. Chipezeza somehow manages to keep that out and then takes one for the team on the stretch with that big size 12 boot of his. Zanan Zajmovic. The first header was from Sibilimili. Best chance we've had in 28 minutes of football. They should have scored from that. Noquist looking cross from Ndamani, but he knew what he was doing. On the move, Sibilibili, the defender, looked as if he didn't know what he was doing, switching off. How many times have we said that about Magesi's defense? And guess who is to their aid? Who is their savior? Again, even though it's to the detriment of his own health. It's Elvis Chipezes. They are unmoved. They're trying to work out what happened there. Buthelezi lost his man and his fellow defenders. Well, look at that ball watching. Particularly John Mukone, who was supposed to be following the run of Sibilibili, did not do so. Lucky for them, ricocheted up the upright and Zajmovic on the stretch just couldn't get it past the block that was Elvis Chipezeze. For Joseph Makubo says, get a hurry on, LV. Get a hurry on. 15 to play after this now. Of course, additional time to be added. It has been 30 minutes. It's not produced too much goalmouth action from both sides, although Galaxy have been on the front foot far more than Magesi. Radimeya. His touch is wasteful. There we go. That's what they've put together, the game by numbers, and a strong looking header. But it's wide, missing the key ingredient, being on target. That was Bafedile Baloyi, a player well mentioned by Coach Owen De Gama as one of the players he will be relying on. Got on the end of that extremely well. Fedile Baloyi. He's played a lot of his football as the second striker during Clinton Larson's time. Yet to score, though, from 4 previous games in the league. Yes, Fedile for Bafedile. Played right wing against Pirates, and the game prior to that was on the left-hand side. Speaking of the wings, yes, Sibilibili looks to clip one in, place one to Zajmovis. Max Munyai, what's he doing there? That's the right back. The throwing numbers for throwing caution against the wind on the home side. I think they're realizing they have a real chance to just put foot on neck on Magesi. Confidence shy, Magesi. Magesi winless in 4 on the road for them. And since a 1-0 victory over Golden Arrows, got to go all the way back to the month of September 26. Over the year 2024, the last time they got maximum points on the road. And I think this performance you see encapsulates that exact point. Playing with their chests out, strutting their stuff. It's hard to do so when you're rock bottom of the league and have only 6 points from 10 games. I don't care who you are. That's us, Man United. They're facing relegation, possibly. You would have thought. Anyways, set-piece opportunity for the home side. It'll see Litsuino and Kiba conspire. I think it suits and then swing up. Yeah, he says, no, you take it, now I'll take it. Foul count is in as well. Oh, and that's just missed there. It was a good delivery from Litsuino to Litsualo. Litsualo, by the way, scored his 50th goal of his career against his former employers. So what a way to stick it to your former bosses. 185 games now for him in SA's top flight for Victor Litsualo. Born out of Hamulepo, Limpopo. See, playing his 11th game in the colors of Galaxy. He's only got 2 goals and 2 assists. Well, he was smiling before the start of the game. I don't think he's smiling now. Looks as if he needs a stress ball. Welcome back, Coach Owen De Gama. It's still as you left it. It's still a challenge. Don't call it the land of milk and honey for nothing. And he's looking sour on the bench. Chance to keep it moving by Ntamane. One thing they have been able to do is cut out the danger men for Galaxy in Letswalo and Zajmovic. They've barely got a touch in 35 minutes. I think if anything, the wing-backs and midfielders have seen the most of the ball. Can he get there first? Between in fact, he got there second best. It's going to be the game's first yellow card. The tackle on Mokoni yet again, reacquainting himself with the Mbombela Stadium grass. He was injured earlier. First name John, last name Mokoni. He knows all about Victor Letswalo. They do have options on the bench if necessary for Magesi, if they want to bring on reinforcements. The likes of Neo Ntombela, Gift Mutupa, Motsi Matima came off the bench against one of the Pirates as well. And Tsepo Matsemela, potentially we could see him as well. And the likes of Mzava. Mukone back up here again. For how long this time? He's been involved in the physical tussles. Yeah, those are some of the names I just mentioned. In shot to the Tsepo Matsimela. Alongside him, Motsi Matima, who the one to replace is that man jogging slowly back into the thick of things. Mkhogi Mokone is celebrating his 31st birthday in July. Now, first real look at Sekota and Co in combination. But as soon as that started and evaporated into thin air, and he's barely been called into action. Tape Ira, Ivorian born of Abobo, Tenal Cote d'Ivoire. Played 10 non-competitions this season, conceding nearly a goal a game. That's 9 in 10. The return of 2 clean sheets. Tsepo Makhoga was a man in shot there, getting back into his defensive position to keep at bay the combined powers of Sibilibili. Looking to combine with Max Munyai. But they can't crack the combination safe. Radimeya. Butelezi. Oh, that's woeful there. Didn't do his teammate any favors whatsoever there. It was Tolang Masekela, former Chagoma Sabatu player. He also played out in the French second division with Ajaccio. "21 players in the opposition half. Barring Ira, everybody is in that half. And half chances, really. I don't think Chipezeze will be happy with that. But Owen Digama will be disappointed at the fact that they've not been able to be an attacking threat themselves. And that's what he signed up for. When you come into or parachuted into a crisis situation, a team that's only scored 4 goals in 10 previous matches and conceded 12, having lost 4 back-to-back in the league to close off the year of 2024. What do you expect? Problems. Oh, no one is ever going to control that. Not even the great Zinedine Zidane. I was like, a bullet from a 9mm absolutely shot at him at pace. Galaxy dominating possession. No surprises about that. But they've not been able to turn ball dominance into goals. That's what we're here for. That's what they want. Collective squad goals. They want team goals. They've only scored 12 of those. In fact, on 0 goal difference, scored 12, conceded 12. Find themselves in 10th position for 13 points return on a 5-game unbeaten run. That's 3 wins and 2 draws for coach Adnan Beganovic. Litswalo not being in the game at all. Former Skukuna United man. 32 caps for them, 5-goal return during his time at Babina Noko. And who was signed from Usu to Mapeshangoni. I think in July of last year. Beautiful touch, Sibilibili. Munyai, can he take out a cross? He can, but it's straight to an opponent. No assist as yet. Mbunjan on the stretch. The pitch felt that battle. They conceded a penalty in the last game. He was at the helm of it. I think although can find himself a bit hard done by. Referee Siabulela Kunta awarding 2 penalties in that Royal Olympics Galaxy game, in which Mathangu as well as Setwin George converted. Tim Sugazu looks worried. No beating of the drum for now. Beautiful turn and then space, but look at the lack of options in the box. Makubo was almost hiding in the blind spot of the defender, looking to make that front post run because he knew the ball had to be perfect, and so his run, so he delayed it. Beautiful turn there from Caden Radmeyer. The cross is on the head of Buthelezi, but it's just been put off. Here's one for you. Of the 12 goals Galaxy have conceded this season, 5 of them have come from outside of the area. No other club have conceded more goals from outside the area. Sort of Marumo Gallants also conceding 5 long-range efforts. It's a percentage of about 42 goals. And for Galaxy, coming from outside the 18. Speaking of 18, he finds himself at the corner. It's Radmeyer. Look at the Galaxy sub. Say, yeah, just don't put it close to the keeper. Naughty there. All right, Keegan Dodd is on the bench as well for Tix Galaxy. I think since his arrival from Naturena is yet to break into a starting 11 names, which is hard to do because the likes of Lithuania, Max Munyai, Ndamani, Kiba, Sibilibili, Zajmovic, you could pretty much predict the starting lineup. Worried faces all around. They're yet to enjoy their early start to January. Could change in a few seconds. Likes of Zajmovic and Letswalo on the pitch. So Baskana le Letswalo, man. Bana le Letswalo. I hope you caught that. Let's move. 2 minutes of additional time. Loose touch to concede the goal kick. I wonder to myself, which of the two coaches would be the happier of the two. I think H1-TS will take this. First game back in the home, opening 45 minutes. Have been testy, but they've not been examined as thoroughly as we know TX Galaxy can do on their day. So I think I'll lean towards Adnan Beganovic, thinking to himself, why are we not putting them to the sword? Lowest ranked team in the division, haven't won a game in 4 in a row. We are at home, but we're uncomfortable at home. That will be the main message. Make the visitors feel unwelcomed. Here's Letsualo. Nice first time pass to the left. No, almost was. Good anticipation from Letsuino. A lot of slipping from 22 players you see on show. We have not seen him at all. Kaukelo Sekota, I mentioned, yet to play 90 minutes this season, and I think he's far from that form that saw him burst into the scene and play for the likes of Stellies Chiefs. Played 48 times for them, almost at half a century, but I think you'd be disappointed at the fact he never scored for the great Damakosi during his tenure. Not in natural. And referee Makubo blows the half-time whistle to a very tight encounter on H1-TS return to the top flight. His defense has pocketed that man, Zeran Zajmovic. He's having an off day thus far. It was an off 45 minutes, which is problematic for him.